as you can see, the leaves are starting to fall and it's that time of the year. Our poor Jeep, we have to put the roof and the doors back on. Time to put the hardtop on for the winter. Back to hard doors and no more riding. Practically topless and doorless. So what I'm going to show you in this video is how to do it yourself and how to do it very quickly. I'm going to gear up. Basically, pulled the top off in the spring, stored it over into the edge of the woods here. The key is to put it on like a 2x4 so the bottom doesn't sit in anything. The leaves on it are fine, but it'll protect it. And if you look in there, I was able to store the doors as well, so they're out of the weather and protected. So first thing I'm going to do is pull them out and get that ready. Let's get a jump on taking this thing off here. We'll start with the bikini top. Boom, it goes off nice and quick. Clip here, clip there, one in the middle. Ta-da! One top, off, ready to go. Now with that top, there's a couple screws that hold on a little tray up here, or a whole track, if you will. So now that I have these off, basically these are the metal tracks here that go on the front to hold on the bikini top or a soft top with a whole bunch of screws. Now, what I do is I have a thing that I label hardtop bolts for the CJ7. Then I don't have to wonder where they are. They're easy to spot throughout the garage. Basically, they're the 1/2-inch bottom block, 1/2-inch bolt, and the nut that fits in there. So those are all you need to put your top back on, and a couple screws across the top. Let me show you a trick here. This is how I do this by myself. So our top is pretty much ready to go back on. It'll catch right into this groove. A little tricky. Now, the back. The answer to me is a step. Makes it a little easier. We'll open the back up here. The hardest part is clearing this tire right here with the top. So you have to kind of go over and wobble through. But now let's drop this tailgate down. We're gonna be able to come in here, step on here, and skip over the tailgate. I mean, I don't want to step on that tailgate. I don't trust it all that much. And I'm sure it will hold, but still, I don't need to. We're gonna walk this sucker right up in there. Now, the hardtop. It's over here. I pulled the doors out from underneath it. I have it open. I climb up underneath here and I prop my back in there and I stand up and I walk right with this. It weighs 200 pounds, probably easily. It's a little wobbly. I'm 6'1", so it's pretty easy to pick it up high enough, and I'm strong enough to pick it up. It's not that bad. The trick is getting it to line up once you get it on there. Grab it. So let me set this up and maybe you'll be able to see how I do it. And they're pretty much ready to go. Found something. Thought maybe I should share this with you. You know, we have some birds around here, some chickens. And I've been wondering where the hell all the eggs are. I just found them. They made their own little nest underneath my hardtop. Interesting discovery there. Wonder how long they've been sitting there, and too bad I don't have a rooster. If I had a rooster, I bet you all of a sudden those suckers would hatch. Things you find around the homestead. So let's set this up and try this again here. So if you pick it up and you get it right, it's pretty easy to balance it. Like I said, the trick is clearing the tire. Sometimes if you go in a little on the one side and then step right up on the bucket, I gotta move my bucket back a little more. Is that solid or no? Now that we got that, let's try to clear this if I can. My bucket wasn't in the right spot. Nor am I. Almost on. Now we move up a little. We're pretty close. Alright. I think we have the top right in where we want it. Boy, that wasn't too bad. It was a little tricky. Wasn't too bad. A little tricky, wobbly. Probably should have had the bucket a little further back. I did end up needing to step on my tailgate, which I didn't want to do. Whew. Bucket was nice and solid and secure as I moved it. Made it even more terrifying. It probably should have been a better surface all along. Maybe even back here. So I had plenty of room to get way up high to go over this. That's the hardest part, clearing the tire. So now that that's back on, what we need to do, see that hole lines up right there? Push this forward, put some screws in it. Had a bunch of screws. Piece of cake there. Already feels better having a roof on this thing. Well, I wouldn't say better. Okay, now that's done. Now all we need are these fancy things. These can be extremely tricky to get down in this spot. Let's see here if I can get this going. There should be a piece of foam lining everything for the seal. I gotta get this under, and it's a 1/2 inch wrench for tightening that up. But if you get your fingers up under there and turn that, you can usually get it on pretty well. At least get them started. You don't want to crank any of them down, but get it started. So that's on. We'll go around and put them on every corner here. Well, there's 4 per side. So at this point, we have our bolts in all along. We just hand tighten them. So what we're going to do next, we'll close our tailgate here. We're going to close everything up. I'll leave that open because it'll be in the way. Don't slam this at first in case you're way off. This will set all your sides. Now I would advise putting the doors on. This can set all your gaps for you correctly so you know exactly where you want to tighten your top down to. So be careful picking these up. They're like 100 pounds. And they're pretty easy. Trick, keep it wide so you don't hit the drip rail as you come in, and try to line them up. Okay, this is that drip rail I'm talking about, because if you hit that with that, it's no good. So slowly work it back and forth and the door will drop down in. Okay, that's out of the way. Hook the strap back on. Ta-da, the door's in. Now, this is why we left this loose, because we're gonna make sure we don't hit that. See, we're off a little bit on this. There we go. Okay, so that's what we want there. And now we can adjust the top, pull this back slightly, or push maybe the windshield forward a little bit. set our gaps. Grab this other door, do the same thing on this side before we move any further. Oh, I can't watch that drip edge. I can turn this so you can see a little bit of what I'm trying to do. It's very hard to get them both at the same time. So this Jeep, we managed to save this patina, clear coated it. Put up a link right here. Check that out. So as we come over here, let's do the same thing, get this closed. Well, we got it closed at least. I think we want to try to kick the whole front up if we can. So it pulls this forward more. Wait, that's not going forward with the hinges. I might have lifted everything a little bit. Okay, now that everything has the right line to it and is looking pretty good, I think we can tighten this top down. Probably have to oil our hinges a little in here. I like that. We'll pull this over as best we can. Tighten that down. And here's our little Mr. Wrench. Too much. Not enough room to work. That's the problem. There we go. Thought it was tight, it wasn't. Make sure you don't over tighten this. It is just fiberglass. Really stink to crack your hard top. Move around here. Let's go get this other side. If we can push. Same thing, tighten this up. Pretty much there you have it. Matter of maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, your hardtop is on, doors are on, and you're ready for winter. Get this one back here. Ta-da, there you have it. Maybe 10 minutes time. Hardtop is on, the doors are on. We're ready for the winter here. Granted, we don't really drive this thing in the winter. She's way too nice to get road salt all over it. Kind of just sits parked, ready to go for spring again, but it's protected with the top and the doors. Granted, we will drive it until the temperature drops too much. Actually, until the snow starts flying. But I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. Mr. Brian's Amazing World. Check out our other videos. We have tons of stuff on Jeeps and trucks and everything. ATVs, three-wheelers, and you name it, we've got it going on around here. So make sure you follow along, like, and subscribe. Thanks. You have a great day. Go play with your toys.